lads, lassies, welcome back to episode 2 of Zero to Hero, the series where we bring you from having never wakeboarded before all the way up to having a good, intermediate and potentially advanced standard. Now this series is brought to you by O'Brien Wakeboards, Centurion Boats, Roswell Marine and of course me, David OC. Now in this episode we're going to be talking about how to get up on a wakeboard, what are some tricks and tips and how to almost guarantee that you do get up when you head down to the lake for the first time. Now for the sake of this video we're going to be teaching you how to do it on the boat. However, if you are at a cable park and you want to learn how to get up there, then hit the link up there. Now my first tip is always go to a club or a school for your first time. The reason being is it will save you a lot of time and hassle, but it's also quite a lot safer. And of course they have all the gear. So it means that you won't be trying to do it on some old wakeboard that's way outdated, and they'll have up-to-date technology. And of course, they're definitely much better at guiding you through it, as this is what they do every single day. Once you do go down to that lake, they'll be able to give you a wetsuit, a life jacket, a wakeboard and a rope, and of course they'll have a boat for you to go behind. So it is just a matter of showing up, going down and giving it a go. So when I teach people how to wakeboard, I always say there's kind of 4 or 5 things. The first is practice it on land, and I'll show you what I mean by that in just a moment. And then the second is to relax, keep your arms straight, your knees bent, and let the boat do the work. So those 4 key things are going to make a big difference when you go to try it. So when you go down to the boat, hopefully the instructor will run you through things on the land, and ideally they will pull you forward. But for demonstration purpose, as you can see here, I've got my wakeboard handle. In terms of grip, don't grip it like this. Make sure to grip 2 hands over, and actually wider is generally better. Then when you're in the water, remember you'll be wearing a life jacket, so you will always float, but also let the board float up in front of you. Then basically what's going to happen is the boat is going to engage gear, and it's going to put it into what I like to call taxi mode. And that's at a very slow speed. It just gets the tension in the line, and you want to run at that and get a feel for it. If the board's wobbling and you're getting a bit uncomfortable, the chances are you're resisting a little bit. So that's where the relaxation really comes into play. Now the moment the boat pulls you forward, that's where you want to make sure to keep your arms straight and let your knees really bend up. Whether your arms are outside or inside your knees is up to you and what you prefer. As the boat starts to accelerate, this is really where you want to make sure that your arms stay straight. Naturally, we all have a tendency to try and pull ourselves up. But if you pull yourself up, I promise you will get a face plant, and we're looking to avoid face plants here. So basically, the moment the boat pulls you up, leave those arms straight, and actually you'll be in this position, and you can stay down on your knees all day long in this position and you won't fall. It's actually quite a safe position. Now, once you kind of feel like you're getting a little bit comfortable, the boat's up to speed, chances are the instructor at this point will be telling you to stand up. You want to slowly stand up, keeping your arms straight and your knees bent. Once you're up, at this point, this is where you have to choose whether you're regular or goofy. And I'm going to explain in a short moment how to figure that out. But let's say for argument's sake, you're regular, you want to pull your left hip up to the handle. And if you feel like you're being pulled sideways, then one tip is to try and put your shoulders parallel with your board. And even if that doesn't work, then take your backhand off and that will stabilize you. How do you know if you're regular or goofy? Quickly to describe, regular is where your left foot forward, goofy is where your right foot forward. Now, the biggest way to figure this out is essentially What way do you kick a football is always a good one. I kick it with my right foot and therefore my right foot is forward. However, a simple test is to get someone to push you from behind, and whichever foot you put out forward, generally speaking, not always, is the one you will put forward. So that is essentially how to get up on a wakeboard. The key things to always remember are to stay relaxed, to make sure to keep your arms straight, your knees bent, and let the boat pull you up. If you try to stand up too soon, you most likely will fall over. One other tip that I've left to the end is to make sure to always look where you're going. As I always say, if you look down, you go down. So make sure to keep looking up and you should stay up. Hopefully you've learned something from this video. Please let me know how you got on when you went for your first time. And if you did enjoy it, please make sure to subscribe. Stay tuned to the series every Monday and Friday. I said Tuesday before, didn't I? If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the rest of the series, as every Tuesday and Friday we're going to have a new episode going live, and it's all in order with the chain of progression to take you from being zero and having never wakeboarded all the way to hero. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.